So the next versus battle is going to be between Raekwon the Chef and Ghostface Killah. And let me tell you something. We are not worthy of this battle right here, especially for true hip-hop fans. These two gentlemen are some of the most lyrical geniuses in hip-hop. So although we are not worthy of this versus, we still got to get ready. So, go get your Timbs, go get your puffy coats, your NY hats. Get your Bruce Lee movies ready to play in the background, anime, whatever's clever, so we can be on our Wu-Tang Clan vibes. All right, because Ghostface Killah and Raekwon the Chef are going at it. Let's get into it. So this is going to be the third versus battle of 2021, and I must say that, third time's a charm. This is going to be another epic versus and another great moment in hip-hop history. Now, so far, we've had E40 and Too Short that have represented the West Coast, Ludacris and Nelly, and then Gucci Mane and Jeezy representing the Dirty South. We've had Jadakiss and Fabulous representing the East Coast by the way of New York, and now we have Raekwon the Chef and Ghostface Killah representing for the East Coast by the way of New York as well. Now, this versus battle, I believe, is going to be about lyricism. It's going to be for true hip-hop fans. It's going to bring a bit of nostalgia in regards to how hip-hop used to be back in the day. Like, hip-hop has changed in a way that it's lost its sustenance a bit. And, I will say that there are hip-hop artists that are definitely upholding the standards of hip-hop, but then you have these new rappers that are coming in that are like tainting the culture a bit, with the mumble rap and the disrespect to the OGs and poor delivery and just being here for a check and so forth and so on. But I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. But one thing that I will say is that I'm hoping that, like, through events such as Versus, that it's like teaching these new artists about what hip-hop is supposed to be, and that there is a legacy that needs to be upheld, And many of you know and should know that Ghostface Killah and Raekwon the Chef are from a staple hip-hop group known as the Wu-Tang Clan. Now, the Wu-Tang Clan is a New York-based hip-hop group that started out in about 1991. Okay, so they've been in the hip-hop game for decades now. They are true OGs. Now, this group has featured emcees with distinct personalities, and rest in peace to Old Dirty Bastard. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Okay, come on. And also rest in peace to Papa Wu. He wasn't in the group, but he was a mentor for the group, so rest in peace to him as well. Now, with the Wu-Tang Clan, they are a lyrically talented group. Okay, and when I say lyrically talented group, meaning with their lyrics, it's very detailed. There's technicality. They use advanced terminology. They have in-depth concepts when it comes to their songs. So with the Wu-Tang Clan, there's no ring around the rosy or pocket full of posy when it comes to their songs. They'll give us lyrics such as I bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies and how I pop the seeds can't define how I'll be dropping these mockeries, lyrically perform armed robbery. What? Okay, I ain't no rapper, but I just want to give y'all a sample of where, Ghostface Killah and Raekwon are coming from. The legendary group, the Wu-Tang Clan. They've given us hits such as Triumph, Protect Your Neck, Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me, Gotta Get the Money, Dollar Dollar Bills, y'all. But with the Wu-Tang Clan, they've had a lot of solo artists that have come out of the group. But with Ghostface Killah and Raekwon the Chef, not only have they had their solo projects, they've managed to be one of the most popular duos in the hip-hop game. So we gotta give the respect to these two legends right here.
Now, Ghostface Killah and Raekwon the Chef are both from Staten Island, New York, and believe it or not, they started out as enemies in their neighborhood, and then they later went on to be best friends and do numerous projects together, and it's all good. Now, with Ghostface Killah, he was a little bit more mainstream than Raekwon the Chef, you know, in terms of like having major hits. He also did, you know, acting, was on a reality show, so forth and so on. If you guys remember, Ghostface Killah was on Couples Therapy, and that show was a hot mess. But anyway, Ghostface Killah has had hits such as Run featuring Jadakiss and Comp, and that song is about running from the popo. Ghostface Killah had another song called Back Like That featuring Neo. If you guys remember that song, you know, basically it was like, how you gonna get your dude back like that? You know, me and that dude ain't friends. Now, another big hit for Ghostface Killah was Cherchez La Ghost, and it featured U-God, who was another member of the Wu-Tang Clan, and Madam Majestic. And I really loved her voice on that song. Like, her voice was absolutely perfect for that song. And so, if you guys have ever heard the original song of Cherchez La Ghost, it's entitled Cherchez La Femme, and it's by a group called Dr. Buzzard's Original Savannah Band. Woo! Okay, so with that song, like, what they did is they took the verse from the original song and they turned it into the chorus, and, you know, they split the chorus up and it sounded like it was storytelling. I love the way this song was arranged, okay? With Ghostface Killah, you know, he came out the gate swinging on this song. He was like, brothers try to pass me, but none can match me. No girl can freak me. I'm just too nasty. Woo! I was like, okay, well, you better tell us how it is. Now, in 1995, Ghostface Killah put out a song called All That I Got Is You, and it featured Mary J. Blige and Papa Wu, who did the outro. Now, the song All That I Got Is You was sampled from a song called Maybe Tomorrow by the Jackson 5. And, you know, when the song first came out, you know, it was a really sad and vulnerable song. Like, I know it had people crying just listening to what, you know, Ghostface Killah was talking about. But the song is basically a depiction of Ghostface Killah's childhood, and also praises to his mother for, you know, raising his family and, you know, up in the slums. So the song was, you know, again, vulnerable. It's also relatable. And the song was meant for, you know, those that grew up in the ghetto and the hood and came from the bottom. So, you know, I just appreciate Ghostface Killah for putting it out there, you know, and making this song for people that have been there, you know, been in the circumstances that he's been in. Named a few major hits from Ghostface Killah, but I must say when it comes to the discography for Ghostface Killah and Raekwon the Chef, like, there is an overlap, right? Because they've done so many projects and songs together, so, you know, I can, you know, spit off some songs and, like, most likely it is featured on Raekwon the Chef or vice versa. So, you know, we got Apollo, Iron Maiden, New Wu, Kilo, Daytona 500, you know, kind of rolling into Raekwon Chef more so here. We got Heaven and Hell, Verbal Intercourse, Glaciers of Ice, All Over Again, Catalina, and the Incarcerated Scarfaces, Heart to Heart, Criminology, Ice Cream, Whoa, that was such a big classic, right? So that was Raekwon featuring Ghostface Killah, Method Man, and Catalina. But to jump back to some albums that Ghostface Killah has put out, you know, The Big Doe Rehab, Fish Scale, Supreme Clientele, Sour Soul, 12 Reasons to Die, with Raekwon the Chef and Ghostface Killah, you know, just a few projects here. Ironman, Bulletproof Wallets. Now we rolling into Raekwon the Chef more so. He's put out albums such as The Tonite Show, Shaolin versus the Wu-Tang Clan. Also have Only Built for Cuban Links, which was Raekwon the Chef's debut studio album that came out in 1995. And you also have Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2, which came out in 2009, which was like the sequel to his debut studio album. Now, Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2 was ranked the 25th album of 2009 by Rolling Stone, but according to the true hip-hop heads, like, that's one of the top 5 albums of all time. Now, RZA was the producer on both albums, you know, like Part 1 and Part 2. And then Busta Rhymes came on as a producer for Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2. Now, on Only Built for Cuban Links, it has songs such as Criminology, Rainy Days, Heaven and Hell. On Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2, you know, there's songs such as House of Flying Daggers, and I love that song, New Wu and Catalina. So, you know, shouts out to Raekwon the Chef for blessing us with, you know, these classic albums.
So let's talk real quick about how important it was for me to change the color of the purple tape? Like, what do you remember me saying back then when I wanted to switch the tape a different color?
I really don't remember. That I don't even remember whose idea was for the purple tape.
Nah, listen, I remember clear as day. I came to you and I said, yo, I want to make the CD a different color because I want people to recognize my product more faster than anybody else's product if they had it in their cars. Like, you know, everybody throw their tapes on the floor of the car. So I was like, yo, I want my shit a different color. So you was like, all right, Chef, yo, we got red, we got white, we got purple, and we got, I think it was like a clear tape or something, like a black or something. And I was like, damn, red, nah. Red ain't my favorite color right now because I was trying to get green from you at first.
But you know, I remember watching The Breakfast Club when Raekwon the Chef did an interview about 7 months ago. You know, he's been on there before, but you know, this time, you know, they were talking about Raekwon the Chef and Ghostface Killah possibly doing a versus, right? And Raekwon the Chef was definitely down with it. You know, as I stated earlier, you know, this duo has amazing chemistry. Their discography is pretty vast. You know, this would definitely be a celebration. It wouldn't be something where, you know, they're going against each other, because how can you go against somebody when you've done so many songs together? I believe with this verses is going to be a lot of storytelling. It's going to be a lot of reminiscing. You know, I don't want to touch too much on the beefs and the drama that has taken place with the Wu-Tang Clan. You know, I will leave that to them to tell. You know, we want to keep this on a positive note, if that makes sense. But I'm really looking forward to this versus. Again, it's going to be all about lyricism. It's going to take us back to, in the day. You know, it's going to put you on your New York vibes. You know, so shouts out to these two gentlemen here for lasting so long in the game and setting the tone and the bar for so many hip-hop artists of today, you know, in terms of their style and delivery, demeanor, and so much more. So March 20th, 2021, it is going down. And, you know, please respect the legends, okay?
But when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean? Puffy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best. Okay? I want y'all to know that this is ODB and I love you all. Peace.